Got a visual on additional hostile.
No, what?
All clear. I repeat, the comp.
What's up, agents, and welcome back to another Division build video. Today we are going to look at SMGs with huge amounts of crit damage that do absolutely insane burst damage. Shout out to Cobra X who sent me his build. This is the one I'm going to showcase today, and it features my favourite gun in the game. Well, one of my favourite SMG, that is for sure. But just before we get started, be sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and hit the bell so you are notified when I upload more Division videos. Even better, come on over to Twitch. I could be streaming live right now. Don't forget to hit follow. And if you need a community Discord, there has never been a better time to join. You'll find the links down below in the description. And with all that said, let's get started. So first of all, before we go over the build, there is some footage of me running Lincoln Memorial at the end of this video for you to check out. But let's just show you some very quick numbers. We're in a heroic range. Pump this up to an elite. It's always going to be about close range damage. And we'll just go for the body for now. Turn that game down a little bit. As you can see already, we are fast reloads. We're doing huge numbers very, very quickly. And these numbers are only going to get bigger and bigger. Don't forget, we're only in the body shot right now. 800k body shots. Really, really nice. If we go up top here to the head, we're over 1 million. Now I have got 5% expertise on this Dark Winter. And you can see the killer talent kicking in as well. Just making for huge amount of damage. Really, really bursty. Really, really quick. Let's take a look at the build. So first of all, that's going to be a little bit strange. You're going to be like, why are you running demo? And this is really just to put the potential into this with all the crit hit damage that it can do. So if we take a look at the demo spec here. First of all, obviously, when you're in demo, make sure you've unlocked SMG damage, which as you can see, I have not. And that's going to be no use. So my numbers are going to be a little bit lower then. When you look at the footage at the end, they're actually going to be 5% lower than what they could be. So when you see me running that gameplay, this was not optional. I've already recorded the gameplay already. So first of all, make sure you run the demo spec. And then you can see here we get this under barrel attachment. And that's what we're definitely interested in. Some other perks for this. When armor is reduced to 0, it refills their weapon clip. Really good for that little bit of extra survivability. Get things dead. We can ignore an explosion. So if you come across a chunga, you can, in a grenade, rather than staggering, you won't stagger. And it gives you more of a chance to kill him really, really quickly, even though he will hurt. And group members gain 5% out of cover damage, which is really, really nice for group play. And there are some group play elements built into this build, because obviously we're going to be running the Coyote's mask as well. Let's just quickly run back to the range and we'll just go over them demos again, and we should see a slight increase in damage. This we've just pumped it up 5%. We'll just hit them body shots, and obviously you can see I'm running strikers as well. Building your strikers stacks with this, definitely no problem whatsoever. We're halfway through the strikers now. We got just over 800k last time. Interesting to see what we get this time. And we're at the top now. So yeah, so nearly 900k now, in fact, the top end for the body shots. We're really, really nice. And then we're definitely going to be over 1 million now. Yeah, nearly 1.1 million on the headshots. So be sure to check out the footage at the end though if you want to see what it's like in real world gameplay, but they're the kind of numbers that you are going to be expecting top end. So first of all, we'll take a look at the stats, and it'll then make a little bit more sense to how much critical hit damage you're going to get. So we're at 60% crit chance exactly, and I'll show you how to achieve that. A little bit tricky, but we can get there exactly. And we're at 168% critical hit damage. But what we've got to remember here, is that we'll have the Coyotes buff, which would technically take us up to 193% critical hit damage. But as well, when we proc the Dark Winter, we're going to go all the way up to 243% critical hit damage. And if you just saw at the side of my gun, see you'll see a little square at the side of my gun. And when he dies, there you go. You saw the knife. And because you can see that knife there, that means that it has proc. And it procs really, really frequently. It is up more times than it is down. So definitely worth thinking about that, the Dark Winter. So let's take a look at the Dark Winter. So we've got SMG damage, critical hit chance, and damage to target out of cover. The best stats for this gun for sure. Killing an enemy with a critical hit grants 50% critical hit damage for 10 seconds. And obviously, as you do more kills, if you kill them with a crit, it just refreshes. And I know it says 50-50, but more often than not, you find that you do get the refresh within that 10 seconds. That's why I love the Dark Winter so much. Secondary gun, I would definitely recommend running the Scorpio. We're all red on this build. It puts out huge amounts of damage. So survivability is all going to be about our shield. It's always going to be about our secondary, our Scorpio, our revive hive. You know, so these are things you definitely want to keep in just in case. Offhand, you can run whatever you want. Demo, we've already talked about. So we're going to go with the Coyote's Mask first of all. Weapon damage, crit chance, crit hit damage, and crit hit damage here in the mod. And the reason is we're always going to be running between 0 and 15 meters to give ourselves that 25% critical hit damage. Now, because this fires so fast, you can kill people in range, and I purposely did it at the end in the footage that you'll watch. And that's not the end of the world, because what you got to think about is here, we still get, although we don't take any advantage from this critical hit chance because we're already at cap, you'll still get 10% critical hit damage as well. So you're only 15% lower as long as you're within 25 meter range. So not the end of the world. Coyote's great option, and as well, don't forget, we're going to buff the rest of the team with this pack instance talent at the same time. So it's just a win-win. Then we're going to take the Grupo chest piece. Got critical hit damage built in from the brand set bonus, weapon damage, crit hit chance, and crit hit damage in the mod slot. And we're going to take Obliterate because we can't take glass cannon because we're going to be up close and personal all the time. But critical hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 5 seconds, and it stacks up to 25 times. It's calculated slightly different than what you would expect, so it does give you, bigger numbers as you go down there. But I recently have it confirmed that they have no intention of changing this whatsoever. I think Obliterate is in a really good spot, so it's really, really nice to take. And then we're going to run strikers for the rest. And what we'll do is, obviously, we just saw the stats there. Crit hit damage, crit hit chance, crit hit damage. We'll look at the backpack because that's got all the information we need, including a talent. But I will go through the stats on the other pieces just afterwards. So, strikers, 2 pieces, gives us weapon handling. Really nice for an SMG. Helps us with that extra reload speed. And also brings the spread in a little bit. Stops it being quite as wild. Then we've got 15% rate of fire. Again, with an SMG, making it absolutely crazy. And then we've got Striker's Gamble, which I'm sure everybody knows about by now. Weapon hits increase total weapon damage by 0.65%, stacking up to 100. Using the backpack, this is actually 1%. So that's why the backpack is really, really good to use. Vigilance is probably top end, but obviously you can use Vigilance and lose it really easily as well. So this is just really more standard and really more consistent, which is what I like about it when running Strikers. 1 stack's lost per second between 0 and 50 stacks. 2 stacks are lost between 50 and 100. And as you can see, weapon damage, crit hit damage, and crit hit damage as well. We'll go through the rest. The gear set pieces are all the same, but this one's got weapon damage and crit hit damage on the gloves. Knees, weapon damage, crit hit damage, and weapon damage, crit hit damage on the holster as well. I'm running a shield because we do need some survivability, and the get out of jail free card is obviously the revive hive. Just to run over the stats again, you can see exactly 60% and 168 critical hit damage. And the reason we hit exactly 100 is we look at the mods here on the gun. Demo spec unlocks this 7% critical hit chance mod, which allows us to get to exactly 60% critical hit chance. It's like it was meant to be. Other ones with a crit chance and crit chance as well. Obviously, you could run damage here and be, put a 6% mod in and get to 59% if you really wanted to and flick it around that way. But for this build, we want it to be exactly 60 because that is the highest we can get and technically would be the highest sustain damage over time. 1380 RPM is absolutely insane. But you do have some other options available. So this mod here, this underbarrel mod, only fits on certain guns. You could use the tactical UMP, you could use the Banshee, you could use the SIG MPX, you could use the apartment that also comes with perfectly measured. I do have one, but it's absolutely trash, which is why I've not featured it in this video. But the apartment would be, that extra measured is insane anyway. The RPM, you're going to kill things so quickly. So definitely one to be looking into if you don't like the 50-50 chance from the Dark Winter. But if you wanted to go super high crit damage, 243% is where you can get to with this. And it's just really nice, really good. If you've not got a Dark Winter, unfortunately, it is a DZ exclusive. But it has been on the season track before. But as well, if you opened named caches, it comes from there as well. And if you don't like farming the DZ, although items do drop in the DZ now that you don't have to extract, it's not working as intended, but you could take advantage of that for the moment. If there's a global event, you can use your stars to buy named caches. That's probably the easiest way to get hold of it. But also, if you've been running a lot of countdown, you'll find here the named item cache for 112. That's, especially the heroic now, you get over 200 points a run. That's nearly 2 caches per run, so pretty easy to farm, plenty of ways to get hold of. That is going to be it. I'll put some gameplay at the end. I appreciate agents. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the support on the YouTube channel recently. Please do comment down below. Give it a thumbs up if you can. Any kind of interaction here. The support on YouTube recently has been insane, and you are helping me grow and grow here. And I really do appreciate it. So do hit them buttons here on YouTube, or come over and say hi on Twitch and hit follow. I could be streaming live right now. Thank you for watching, agents, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.
We need you to secure the memorial and remove the True Sons' forces. If they maintain this outpost, the True Sons will be a direct threat to the campus. Go see you. Drop that fucker!
Got a visual on additional hostiles in the memorial compound. They're moving south. There's a gate between you. It looks closed from here.
Agent, you'll need to find a way to open that gate.
I'm on you! I've got you! Throwing a flag! We lost one! I got this! Go get! They've got a fucking shield! Rock and go!
Serious trauma detected.
I'm out. You're dead meat. We got a KIA over here.
Fight the shit! Fuck you! No what?
All clear. I repeat, the compound is all clear.
That can't be all of them. Check the interior while I get Henry's people to maintain the perimeter.